Okay, here's another lesson that we are going to entitle How to Find a Scale in Any Key. And we're going to do all 12 keys. So we're going to do this with our right hand because scales are sort of a melody type thing, not a chord thing, okay? So there's a C scale. Everybody's familiar with the C scale. But now let's analyze what we're doing. Look at that. C scale, we're starting on C, and then we're going up a whole step. Why is it a whole step? Well, because you're skipping over the half step. You're going half, half, two halves make a whole, so that's a whole step. Now, for the next note, you're doing the same thing. You're skipping over the half step and going two half steps, so it's a whole. 1, 2, 3. So we could say it's C, whole, whole. Now, what's next? Half. Oh, there's no black key in here. So this to this is a half step. So contained within this C scale is a half step with no black notes. See that? So we go C, whole, whole, half. Let's make that into a little sing-song. C, whole, whole, half. C, whole, whole, half. Okay, now let's keep going. Watch this. F, whole, 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 half. So if we did it all together, saying the wholes and halves, we would start out, we would do this. C, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. There were two whole wholes before the half at first, and then there were three wholes before the half. Again, C, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Got it? That's the pattern. Now you can take that pattern and you can apply it to every other key. And for this lesson, I want you to be able to play the scale and say whole, whole, half, whole, whole, half. Okay? Now we're going to go to G, which is instead of no sharps and flats, it's one sharp, right? So G, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Notice that the whole here looks different because there's a black note, and then here to here is half, okay? G, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Now we're going to go to one flat, which is F. F, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Okay? Now we're going to go to two flats, which is B flat. And notice we don't start with our thumb here. We start with this finger, the index finger. B flat, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. That was the key of two flats or B flat. Now we're going to go to three flats, which is the key of E flat. We do the same thing, start with our finger, index finger, E flat, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Next is four flats, key of A flat. Start with our index finger. Pretty much every time we start with a black note, we're going to start with our index finger. Okay, so it's A flat, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Same pattern as when we were in C or any other key, but it just comes out with different notes, okay? That was four flats, A flat. Now we're going to go to five flats, D flat. I'm going to do it down here. We start with our index finger, D flat, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Okay, so there's the flats. Now we did G already, which is one sharp. And now let's do D, which is two sharps. D, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Okay? And then A is three sharps. A, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. And then E is four sharps. E, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Okay? And then B is five sharps. B, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Okay, so we've gone all the way to five sharps and five flats, and we started with no sharps and flats on C. Okay, so review this lesson, and when you can do all of those keys all the way to 5 flats and 5 sharps, that earns a prize.